Can you tell us anything whatsoever?
Come on, I know you just give us. One more station.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Two Dudes Talk Music YouTube channel. I am the Reverend Raph, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the Beer Buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
And we are once again chatting with Kevin Tiah, who is a super talented solo artist. If you didn't catch the podcast, we have a reaction coming to Kevin's new song, Code Break. The song drops on Monday, as does our reaction video. So if you pay attention, you can get first grab on the song and the film clip, and you can go and check out our reaction to get all the little deep dives and our thoughts and opinions on that one. But we are here today for the quick question quarter, spelt with Q's, not K's, because we don't roll like that. And This is just some quick rapid fire questions to try and dive into Kevin's musical mental mind, find out what inspired him, what got him started, where his musical background and inspiration lies. So, starting off nice and easy there, mate. What was the first instrument you learned to play? Vocals does count, recorder in grade 3 does not.
Oh boy, I guess it would be guitar, acoustic guitar.
Nice.
Okay, nice. What was your first acoustic guitar? Do you know?
It's probably a really crappy Yamaha. Like, when you start guitar for the first time, you get you inherit like a crappy Yamaha classical guitar that you treat that like an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
So it just felt strange to learn on, looking back.
Yep. Big fat neck on the thing.
Yeah. And then when you get your real acoustic guitar, you're like, wow, it feels wrong.
Yeah. No, I get you. What was the first album that you purchased?
Green Day, hands down.
Nice. Which album was it?
Oh my
American
gosh.
Idiot?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, look, American Idiot, I still to this day feel was, sort of like everything just came together for them with that one. Like the timing was right. They just nailed every aspect of it. Thematically, it was really important. It was the right cultural time for it. It just really, I think that really kind of cemented them, because they were always going to have a place in. Yeah, they're always going to have a place in like punk rock, grunge, pop punk sort of history, I guess. But that album, I think, really propelled them to a new level.
Yeah. So much so that they've actually been accused of being industry plants. Like that album put them on such a trajectory that they're like, no, they're too popular. They're too popular for a punk band. They're industry plants. And I don't know. I don't think so. I just think they're really fucking good.
You'd not heard the term industry plant before?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime like, an artist sort of pops up and gets really popular,
quote unquote,
out of nowhere, they'll often get accused of being an industry plant. Like that they're meant to be presented as like an independent artist who's doing all of this stuff, but really they got like,
you ever heard of Pete and
the
Bass?
backing of big labels and all that kind of stuff.
Pete and Bass, they're two British rappers, and they're old dudes, right? And they're essentially industry plants. Their grandsons write all their stuff for them, and then they just go out and reproduce it and run off this whole, we're old pensioners that do this banging rap stuff, and it is fucking legit good. And they are very good rappers because they have very good flow, regardless of whether it's written for them. They still have to do the music. But yeah, that's kind of an example.
It's very manufactured in a way.
Yeah, it's manufactured to appear independent, but really it's not. It's got lots of label backing and stuff. Is kind of the thing there. But I mean, look, it's tricky because you kind of need to have an industry backing to really make it, to really get to that level, and it's hard to. And even if you start out independent, once you start gaining that sort of traction, of course, labels are going to come knocking, and then you'll have industry backing, and then you're not independent anymore. Like, yeah. All right. What was the first live concert that you attended?
Oh, I'd be too embarrassed to share this one.
No, don't be. We've had all sorts of stuff.
Please don't.
We've had all sorts of stuff, mate.
Do you know? Do you guys know the Pussycat Dolls?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a crush on someone who was going, so I sort of
Oh,
tagged on.
I had a crush on the Pussycat Dolls.
No, look, that's very, very fair. That's very, very fair. But I mean, wow, it's the first concert though. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. How was it?
It was great. I mean, I was quite distracted for most of it, but
Okay, cool.
That's fair.
Cool.
That's fair.
I can't quite remember. It's quite a long time ago.
That's
Okay.
all right. That's
Well,
all right.
what was the first one that you went to that you wanted to go to? Like where you were actually interested in the artist performing?
I think it would have been Sum 41. Yeah, I've always been a big fan.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
They didn't they just tour, or they were supposed to be touring, and then one of
No,
them
they were
got
supposed to be
sick
playing
and-
good things, but yeah, they got sick, and that's when Electric Callboy took their headline spot right before Corn.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then
And then they had to the Red Hook were meant to be playing with them too at the somewhere, and they had to cancel it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. One of the guys I work with was Devo. He was wanting to go and see
My
Sum
brother was
41 on the
spewing
farewell tour.
because we saw them the first time they came out to Australia at the Roundhouse. That was fun.
Crazy.
Game.
All right. I'm curious for this one. What's an instrument you've always wanted to learn but haven't yet?
Um, I have to find a name for it. It's this Japanese violin that has like the most beautiful sound. A kokyu? That's what it's called. It's like a three-string violin from Japan, and it's just got the most
Okay.
gorgeous sound. Yeah, it's
Okay.
Kokyu.
Yep. Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I see the one you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
cool to learn something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like that. I like that. That's yeah. That'd be rad. That'd be real cool.
Yeah, and then have that backed up with some heavy guitars and
Yeah,
drums.
yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, the space is now to be doing it in. I mean, with bands, you got Bloody Wood, and you got
I love Bloody
baby
Wood.
metal and baby metal and stuff like that. It's just get into it, get into the culture, and bring it into metal. I'm here for
Yeah.
it.
I mean, that's the thing. Even if you got someone like bands like the Who coming out doing they're mixing that like Mongolian traditional instrumentation in with metal stuff as well. Like that's super cool. So there's lots of places. What was the other one we had, Kyle? On was it Bloody
That
Tyrant
Norwegian-
or something? No, like
That Norwegian,
No. The Taiwanese band, Bloody Tyrant or something that
yeah, I
came. They
think-
came
I
out and they
think
played
that
the
was-
cruise.
Yeah, yes,
They had
yes,
they had something
Yeah.
similar as well on their stuff too. It can be
yeah. They
done.
were insane.
It can absolutely be done. You got to just find the right way to make it work. Okay. If you could pick one big band or artist to open a show for, who are you picking? Who would it be?
This one's an easy one. Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah,
Hey,
nice,
choice.
nice.
Good. That's pretty rad.
I am a minority though, in that I do prefer like newer Bring Me the Horizon over the very early stuff.
Okay.
I think the very early stuff had its time and its place, but due to growing popularity, you eventually write for your space that you fill. And I think that's what Bring Me the Horizon are doing now. They can fill stadiums, so they fucking write stadium songs that everyone can bump out to. Everyone knows the lights look mad. Like you, yeah.
Yeah.
I still love their old stuff, but I do like their new stuff too. I'm in that camp with you.
Yeah, no, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. They're like, they really are sort of staking a claim to be one of the bands. Like they're really making themselves like an arena band, a stadium band, for
Yeah.
for the future. Like, because there's not a lot of stadium bands left. A lot of the oldest stadium bands are finishing, or they're kind of declining, fading away. That's moving away from bands more to like pop artists now.
Yeah, like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, you have bands like Tool and stuff like that, but I mean, you go there just for the light show, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like what's crazy though is like what we consider an arena band and what America considers an arena band is different because we only get them over here once every few years, so everyone wants to go and see them. But a lot of these bands, they're touring, they'll be hitting cities in the US, once or twice every year. So they're playing much smaller spaces over there, right? So it's a trickier thing to balance there. Okay, I'm curious about this one. Who is a band or artist that you're listening to at the moment that you think is underrated and that more people should be paying attention to?
Can it be a band?
Yeah.
It can be a band. It can be whatever you want.
I mean, if I could pick a singer, I'd say Danny Wasnot from Asking Alexandria is probably one of my biggest inspirations.
Mhm.
Because I like the fact that he's got so much vocal versatility. Like, first of all, he's one of those few vocalists who does cleans and like the screamo stuff by himself.
Mhm.
And then, like, do you know the band well, Asking Alexandria?
Little bit,
Yeah,
little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah, how they had the whole shift from like early 2009 to like the more, I guess, the deeper vocal stuff.
Yeah.
And then when he left the band Asking Alexandria, he created a new band called We Are Harlot. And that was
Yes.
more like a
Okay.
country rock sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
So it was quite different. It really showcased what he could do outside of, that whole metalcore scene.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then now he's rejoined the band again and he's back to doing all the heavy stuff.
Yeah, I think,
Okay.
did they play... Fuck, where was it? Didn't they play
No, it was not
something
Fest, didn't
It was not Fest last year?
Was it Good Things?
Oh,
I can't remember. Either way.
I'm sure I've seen them though at a festival within the last couple of years. I'm sure I've seen Asking Alexandria in the last couple of years. I quite like them. I know they copped a little bit from some people, but I think they did a really good job. What is something that people may be surprised to learn about you?
I guess I was a professional chef for 6 years of my life.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I do a lot of cooking still.
How'd you go getting over the drug problem?
No, they're all
for those-
alcoholics.
for
They're all
the-
alcoholics.
Just a joke, everybody. Just a joke about chefs always being on drug. I'm not like revealing any kind of like,
No. We all know. You're not revealing anything.
No, but it is a
someone might
lifestyle.
misunderstand.
Yeah. No. Look. It's never a bad thing when you get the dodgy bottle of wine and you send it back to the chefs and you make them happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't smoke ciggies, do you?
No, I don't smoke at all. Actually.
Wow. Okay, that's you're probably one of the first chefs I met that don't just like hammer through smokes like they're going out of fashion.
Yeah.
Got to protect that voice, man. Got to protect that voice.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can't be sucking them back when you got to have an amazing voice like
That's
that.
true.
Yep.
If you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what album would you pick?
Oh man, I think I need a bit more time with this one for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. I think it would have to be something from Bring Me the Horizon because I think there's enough variety in if it's just one album, I think there's enough variety in one album to not get bored of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. I like that. It can be tricky. It really can be. Like people, because you got to think about it. So, but that's why we like to ambush people. People with that one. And look, last question. It's closing with something a bit wholesome there. What are you most grateful for about your involvement in music?
I think it's a space where we can express ourselves in any way with no restrictions or limitations. I think like a lot of my songs are not just songs, but they represent parts of my life. I mean, as I go through different phases of my life, like I've got a song where it's about I wrote it about the depression of one of my family members. And I've got a song about a breakup that I was going through and my lowest point in my life, a song about my addictions and my darkest moments. So I think it's a good way of encapsulating parts of your life that you can't convey any other way.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
I
really
like
cool.
that.
I do. I dig that, and I 100% agree. Like it's an incredible way to process it, not just as a performer, but also for from the listener's side too. You know, um, being able to, you know, like, well, that's what is it like? They reckon that, you know, when you if you're sad, listening to sad music helps you feel better sooner because you're processing those negative emotions,
Yeah.
right? So it's a great way to go through all that stuff. Well, look, thank you so much for going through the quick question quarter with us. We really do appreciate that. We are going to have, as we said, we're going to have links to everything that Kevin's got going on down in the description. And don't forget to check back on both Kevin's channel for Code Break coming out on Monday and on our channel for the reaction to Code Break on Monday. Thank you very, very much once again, Kevin. We will be back tomorrow with Get in the Bin. So make sure you head on back over here tomorrow. And if you had a good time with us today, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Even if you didn't, though, thank you very much for watching. Thank you again to Kevin. Really appreciate it, mate. And we will catch you guys next time. Stay cool.
Peace.
See ya.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.